I top Billin as the world turns in the world of college football, especially on the recruiting front. There's a lot of smoke of one JT Daniels actually ending up at the University of Georgia, right? So if you've paid attention to the channel the past however many weeks, when JT Daniels originally announced his transfer or his intentions to transfer from USC, I put out two different film studies. So I'm not going to do a third one because that would be just crazy. I'm not doing that. So I'll repackage that film study. Even though it'll be talking about another team, you get to see exactly what I think about his skill set. He's a kid that I know very well, as I covered him for Rivals.com's USC Trojan site, and I did, probably a season's worth of film study on him, and even when he was in high school going to the team. So at the time, it was funny. I covered both Georgia and USC for Rivals, and now look, he could end up at the University of Georgia when it's all said and done with. But in my first film study, I concentrated on teams as if I were JT Daniels' advisor and telling them teams that I think that he should go to make the most out of it, because this guy is one of the all-time highest-rated players in the history of high school football, and he has a ton of talent. He fits a myriad of different systems, especially the one that Georgia is implementing now. But I focused on a team like LSU, right? We just seen LSU go to the national championship game. I focused on them for the standpoint that I cover LSU. I didn't think it was a good look from LSU's standpoint because Miles Brennan is already there and he has 2 more years to play. He's already been in the system. But from his standpoint, LSU would have been perfect because it's a team that's loaded and you can make the most of it. You could be a one-and-done type guy. I also focused on a team like Oregon that presents the same type of opportunity where they are exactly loaded, or a team that he can showcase himself out there on the West Coast, a team that should be going to the playoffs, has a very good chance to go to the playoffs, teams like that, right? But the fans came back and said that he should go to a place like Tennessee because he had a previous relationship with T. Martin. To me, that didn't make any sense. Tennessee is on the come up. They have a nice young quarterback in Harrison Bailey, and they had Jared Garantano, who's going to start this season, I would believe. So I didn't really like the Tennessee thing. Not as loaded. Definitely a team on the come up that's going to be good in the future. But if you're thinking about a potential one and done, a team like LSU or Oregon. But I never thought in a million years, or maybe I should have, just because of how I know the University of Georgia. If you're out there, Georgia wants you, or they're thinking about getting you. If you're available, they're going to do their due diligence. I've said it 50 million times. There's not a team out there that recruits better than Georgia. Nobody's more diligent in recruiting. Nobody's working harder than those guys at the University of Georgia, and it's the best recruiting conglomerate in the entire country, and it's the most stacked roster in the entire country. From JT Daniels' standpoint, I was told that he may not be eligible this season, so that's why I thought it was weird. If he is eligible this season, they already got Jamie Newman, and he's getting a ton of hype, maybe a lot of it unwarranted. But regardless, you would think that he would be the starter this year. So if he's not eligible this year, coming in the following season, that's absolutely perfect. And he'll have 2 years to play. JT Daniels would absolutely destroy it. I believe he'll destroy it in Athens, especially with the type of offense that they will be running, that we think they'll be running under the new offensive coordinator. So let me know what you guys think about that. If you're advising this kid, you couldn't go to a better place than the University of Georgia. Anytime you hear me talk in this film study about some of these kids that were at LSU or whatever, Georgia has the same stuff, right? He'll get a year of George Pickens. He'll get all those running backs and offensive linemen, tight end, 5-star tight ends and everything. Georgia presents a great opportunity to perhaps be a one and done and then to reclaim your career, much like Joe Burrow did. So it is what it is. But if you want to stick around and check out this film study here on the back half and let me know what you think about JT Daniels. All right.
What more can I say?
Top Billin. All right, just like I said in the other video, in full disclosure, I covered JT Daniels for Rivals USC site. When he was entering into college, I worked there for a good 2.5 years, so I'm very familiar with his skill set. I've probably done 4 or 5 different film studies on him from my time with him there at USC. at least over that first season, right? His skill set is very much like Joe Burrow's, right? Keep in mind it's like Joe Burrow's, but this is him as a guy who was supposed to be a senior in high school. He was a reclassified guy from the 2019 class who went to the 2018 class, and he was playing as a freshman, but who only had 3 years of high school experience, not high school starting experience, 3 years of actual high school experience. So we see his ability to evade in the pocket here while keeping his eyes downfield, very much like what we've seen from Joe Burrow with the pocket wizard that he is, senses it, right? Climbs up in the pocket, escapes out the back door, keeping his eyes up. You can't tell me this doesn't look like the scramble drills with my man Burrow to Chase or Burrow to Jefferson or something like that. Product placement, nasty, allows guy to get back upfield. All right, I know what you LSU people like. You like the ball being pushed down the field. We have a two-man route combination going on here. Going to have a post corner concept. Going to have Velus Jones running this corner with a back-to-the-basket play-action fake by JT Daniels. And he puts it right on the money. See, put the ball in the belly of the beast. Whip that head around real quick. Get that deep set, half roll. Hitch up. He has classic mechanics. Classic mechanics. It's like Joe Burrow, right? Classic mechanics. Look at his base width here. Absolutely perfect. You could tell he was a child prodigy at Mater Day. And look at that. Launching that bad boy. He has some really good arm strength, too. One thing you must know, he can push the ball down the field with the best of them. Hit Velus Jones on his corner route. That would be Velus Jones going to where? Velus Jones transferred to Tennessee, so there's some connections there with JT Daniels. Of course, you have T. Martin, former offensive coordinator from USC at Tennessee. I like Tennessee a little bit better for JT Daniels just for the standpoint that I want to see Mississippi Miles play. Mississippi Miles, baby. I want to see him slinging that rock downfield. But I know how you guys are, so you would take JT Daniels in a heartbeat. I want them to spread the wealth, right? You don't need LSU with multiple quarterbacks that can get the job done. So that's just me, though. All right, check this out. A little bit more of the arm strength in more of a conventional fashion. Splitting the cover two, right? Getting the ball past the first level defender, the cornerback, and getting it there before the safety can get over there to help. To take some arm strength to do this. We see him hit Michael Pittman on his fade route. Now look at it. Go past the cornerback. So he's staring this bad boy down. He knew exactly where he wanted to go. Now watch him. Rocket launcher. Turn it over right there. Now, if this ball is a lollipop, it could be picked off by the underneath defender, and definitely you can get your guy lit up by the safety, or even he could get there, but he has enough arm strength to get it there. Pittman's able to kind of protect himself and get upfield a little bit. One of his better throws is the back shoulder fade. We can see a off-target dribbler here from the center. He's going to hit Tyler Vaughns at the top of the screen. Doesn't panic, even though he's a true freshman. Kind of looks off the safety. Now look at this. This was something that he does that I noticed. When he really wants to get it in there, he puts a little body English on it. Man, it kind of reminds me of, I don't know. I think maybe Brett Favre used to do that or whatever like that. Kind of a fall-away jumper on target to Tyler Vaughns. Gets a foot down. Money. All right, you thought I was playing about the back shoulder fade. I'm going to have a free runner here. Front-facing play-action fake. Man, right up in his face, but he throws with that body English. And he puts it right where only Tyler Vaughns can really get to this. Look at the air on it. And then back towards the sideline. Great adjustment by Tyler Vaughns for the back shoulder fade. 2 cheeks equal 1 feet, which never made sense to me because feet is plural. All right, last one right here. Check the other video for some film study from his game that he had before he got injured the first game of last season. He played in the first half before he tore his ACL, but he's another fade to Pittman. This one he put some touch on it, while obviously putting a little bit of mustard on it too. Now look, he has a super quick release. That's something that I really like about JT Daniels' game. Quick release, get that bad boy. Pittman has a step on the corner here, but look where he puts it at. Right to the point. You see the convergent defenders here still have over-the-top coverage, over-the-top help coverage, but he puts it out the way towards the back pylon almost literally. Look at that. Pittman goes out and stretches and get that 1 foot down. Hell of a throw by that man right before the half. I remember this game. He was going at it with Gardner Minshew, right? Minshew mania, all right? So, like I said before, my number one team for him would actually be Oregon. I want to see a team from the Pac-12 make the playoffs. That will be hard to me. I want to see teams make it from all around the country, give us something different to look at right there. But If he came down here to the SEC, LSU, he couldn't do any better than LSU, man, especially if he's trying to get to the NFL with guys like Trevor Lawrence and Justin Fields, who he was in the class with. But it's funny to think about it. He should have been a true freshman this past season because he was originally in the 2019 class until super late in the cycle when he reclassified, and he still held up. And he's a top 350 all-time rated player, top 350 all-time rated player, and he was a reclassification guy. So imagine that there. So other than that, I like the Tennessee. I had a comment and really talked to me about Tennessee. I kind of like that, but for selfish reasons, I want to see Harrison Bailey play there. And there's a number of other teams, right? When you saw the Texas there, that was only if he weren't eligible this season. He could take over Sam Ehlinger for a team that should be pretty good and pretty loaded. But however it happens, I'm all over it. JT Daniels is one of my favorite players, so I knew that he was going to be transferring after this season. I just had a gut feeling that he would with how good Keaton Slovis did in his stead. And there's no harm in that. People don't get on these kids when they make decisions for themselves because it's a short-ass life to play college football. And most of these guys out here, you'll never, ever see again playing football. So fans are too short-sighted. 98% of these guys you see in college football don't even make the NFL or barely make a dent in the NFL, in it for a couple of seasons, maybe on a practice squad or something. You don't see them anymore. So do your thing, JT Daniels. I'm with you wherever you go, man. You're one of my favorite players. If it's at LSU, though, that would be hard. I'm not going to lie. That would be hard. So let me know if you guys are there. If you guys are riding with Mississippi Miles, let me know. If you want JT Daniels, let me know, right? Let me know right there in the comment section, all right? With that being said, you know who it is. It's your boy Murf Baldwin, the Underground King, top Billin Sports, and I am out. Peace. Yo, thanks for watching quality content. Make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell, get all the notifications, but moreover, make sure you join. Starting at $4.99 a month, just $4.99 a month, you can get exclusive content from your boy here at Top Billin. You know me, the Underground King, giving you those exclusive chats, exclusive rumors and news, and all the innuendo and hijinks you love from your boy. You can get it exclusively, all right? Let's go.
What more can I say?
Top Billin.